What is up, everybody? Welcome to Hot Makes, where we're only a few minutes late today. What's going on? We are here. We got dark mode running, and the new intro thing worked.
Yeah, it worked. Yeah. It absolutely did. Nice. I'm super excited about that. Now I can't. Now I don't have an excuse for
missing
clicking a button and then it being like blank for a few seconds before we actually go.
I am super excited to see what you did in the outro, like because it made you choose a clip, right?
Yeah. I set an outro. Okay. Hey, we've been talking about not having an outro for so long.
Yeah,
it's simple, but like it's something.
It's simple. It's
Andrew
just a
Rogers,
picture of an Oreo, and that's it.
That would have been funny if it was
Andrew Rogers
for the Oreo video of a picture of an Oreo.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right, get your headphone questions ready. Yes, we are with Morgan today. Morgan's
awesome guest. Super chill dude. Yeah,
I am. We were talking a little bit in the green room before, and I told him like I have so many questions, but I don't want to talk to you right now about it because I want to talk to you and be surprised on the show. So when he comes in, like actually, I don't make headphones. I make like toilet plungers. And I'm gonna be like, what?
That you stick on your ears, like Larry Boy, if anybody knows
new design, like just
yep.
Yeah. Welcome everybody. I believe we're just hanging out on the Hot Makes channel tonight. Yep. I did post it, I believe, on my channel.
We can talk about that for a little bit. I figured we'd just go ahead and go.
Yeah.
You know what?
I don't know if it really matters or not.
But I got a little something next to me here. I think I might, until we bring it up, I might just keep tinkering with it while we're chatting. Why not?
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Slacker.
Shush. I did everything I could today. It was a busy day.
I have been fighting. I think my little guy started school. He's 4 years old, and he started school.
He started. You don't know
what? What was that?
You said I think my little guy started.
I'm just saying. I'm thinking I'm catching. We have this thing that keeps going around in circles, and it's a freaking cough. That like I get coughs, I lose my voice, it gets bad, like all that crap, and then he starts coughing again, and then we're going back and forth with this thing around and around. And this last time I went in, it was so bad. My coughs and stuff were so bad. Like in the last, it started like Tuesday last week. And then, I'm still got coughs, but it was so bad. I had to go in and they like gave me steroids and an inhaler and all this crap to try to, calm it down. And, this school is a source of all it. Yes. Andrew Rogers. But so like, I'm finally kind of have like 90% of a voice back again, and I'm still in this coughing mode. So if I go into a coughing fit and you see me like, that's me just trying not to cough into everybody's ear holes.
As long as he's still breathing,
but
we'll kind of be okay.
Before we get too far, Ryan and Kim, Offset Maker Lab, congratulations! They got married. Was it last weekend? Yeah.
Oh wait, wrong button.
So I don't know if they're here. I don't know that they're here.
I gotta label those buttons, dude.
Right. I don't know that they're here tonight because Ryan said he had a couple classes, but congratulations, you guys. I'm so sorry I had to miss that for work and freaking work and everything else and being sick. It's kind of good because I got this crazy cough stuff like the Tuesday before I would have had it gone, and I could imagine like being in the back of the wedding and they're like, speak now if you want to, whatever, forever hold your peace. I'm like, in the background or something.
Who invited General Grievous?
Yeah. But yeah, congratulations to Ryan and Kim. And I think we had some cool stuff. I don't know that I have it. Maybe I'll show it next week or something, or in 2 weeks. But I did a little something. And our friend David Hewlett shout out a pretty cool congratulations to them too. So
nice.
So congrats and
I bet they appreciate
it. Sorry that I had to miss it. I know you guys had a great time from the look of some of the other people that were there, and I really appreciate the invite. And I will make it up. I'm just gonna come visit you. So like be prepared with your couch or something. But I can't wait. All right.
For celebration or congratulations, he just needs a couch.
Yeah, I'm in. Yeah. Let's see. What else do we got? I'm going to start by saying this. I don't care where you're at as far as what side of the aisle, any of that crap. I don't want to talk about it here. I don't want to talk about it pretty much anywhere on my channel or anywhere else. But I do say this. Go vote tomorrow. I don't care who it's for. I don't care. It doesn't affect me personally. What you do, I could still be friends with you if it's not for who I vote for. Just go vote. I don't care who it's for. There's so many big elections, like in our area. For Geary. There's like a bajillion school referendums and stuff like that too. But like, I love y'all. Do what you got to do, but go vote. Okay, cool. Done. Anything else on that?
So I'm going to put a poll in the chat.
Oh, great. Now we're going to vote tonight.
Yeah. A poll in the chat. Let us know who you're voting for.
Or, Jesus.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
No. Yeah, write in hot mix. I like it. I vote for Peanut. There you go. Vote Geary. I like that.
that. Geary for president.
Mm-hmm.
Vote Chaos.
What do I got tonight? I have a venti iced pumpkin chai from the Starbucks. Yeah. So let me know what you're drinking too. All right. What else we got? Thawed or unthawed chicken? That's what what
we're voting for.
Yeah.
I am so there's a specific part of this thing that I'm working on right now that you're supposed to do the right way, and I'm doing the not right way because I'm on the show at the moment. So I don't know if I should keep powering through or stop.
That's a bad decision when the
I know when you're doing something live.
He's watching you right now. He's like, dude, why?
He's like, don't screw it up.
You're hacking this up. Anyway, speaking of that, anything else? And if you want to check out Hot Mix, the links are in the description below. I don't know if they were put in the other doc yet, but we'll make sure that happens.
They have been.
Okay, good. And
I'm not totally delinquent.
Yeah.
Just mostly.
Other than that, I've been testing a belt printer too.
Yeah. Are you allowed to say which one that is? Is it the one that has been going around recently?
It's a Kickstarter's live, yeah.
Yep. So it's that one.
It's probably that one, yeah. And I gotta show you something.
Okay. Are you allowed? Hey, you're printing it on the belt printer. Are you allowed to show it on YouTube? Is it family friendly?
It is.
Uh-oh.
Family friendly.
What are we looking at here? Oh, what are those? Are those the glasses?
Yeah.
Who designed that? Oh, and it's the Hot Mix Flame. What?
Yeah. It's a sword I'm working on.
I love that.
Offset crew. First sword he ever designed, Ryan said.
But, oh, fantastic. Are you going to print the other half and glue it together, or?
Long story on that one.
Long story.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that time I remembered which button it was. Jim said the S word.
So the other half of that is in a different color, and it may be in like 4 pieces right now.
Why?
It may or may have not got knocked off the table back there by a 4-year-old that was having a lot of fun in the office throwing stuff around.
Reinforce it with carbon rods. That's a good idea.
So, yeah. Very cool. Reinforced with carbon rods. It was just going to hang. It was going to just chill back there behind the set.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's what it'll probably end up doing.
That might actually be better flat then, right?
Yeah. Well, I printed both, but I could put the flat up against the wall if I want to mount it like that.
Yeah.
Or if I put the other side on it, he made like mounting brackets. So that was
okay.
Cool. So Capra Audio. Yeah.
Capra
there was
Audio.
A printer that could eject TPUs. Yeah, I could just see the TPU rolling around in the belt.
Oh, jeez. Just have it start printing a new belt.
Yeah.
Infinite timing belts.
Right. How's your pumpkin spice benchy doing, Jano? What? I need a pumpkin spice benchy. Okay.
He said the pumpkin spice benchy is doing gourd. That's fantastic. Okay, I think I've managed to successfully do the thing I was doing the wrong way, but I did it well. So I think we're good.
Also, real quick, I just want to throw it out there for anyone that cares. I do have another desk. So another desk came, another desk video, maybe.
What happened?
Edge of desk, you know.
What happened? Is it another desk video, or did something happen to your old desk?
I mean, my old desk is back there. I just needed another one.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So
never had too many desks.
Brian Vines will laugh at this because we talk about this behind the scenes sometimes, but they'll be like, "Hey, we would love you to work with us." And we're like, "I already did a video on the desk. Don't you remember this?"
Oh, it was the same company.
Yeah, Flexi.
That's so funny.
And or Flexi Spot, and so I just said yes again. I was like, "Yeah, I need another one."
So you didn't tell them that you've worked with them before?
No, they'll figure it out.
They're gonna watch your video and go, "Hey, wait a minute."
Yeah, hot desk, only desks. All right, cool. We
got to revive the only desk stuff now.
We've prolonged the guest long enough with our banter.
Two desks, one gym is what.
It still lifts. It'll still lift me. Well, I might have to do that again. That's actually a prerequisite on the spot that I need to make. Is it has to show how much weight it can lift. So, I mean, I gotta lay on it and go up again.
The important part is going up again. That's the.
I see what you did there. Ah, good one. Good one.
So I'm glad that Christoph is here. I know it's bedtime, and I appreciate you hanging out with us for a few minutes. Christoph, just before the show started, sent me a message that was like impossible to ignore. It was like if you're about to buy a new car and you just found out that your wife went into labor. Like, what am I supposed to do with this, Christoph? I'm stupid excited, but the show started like 3 minutes negative. Like we were late to the show when he said that to me, and I'm like, I want to talk to you, but I can't.
I mean, let's talk about this labor thing.
No. That's not happening. Nope.
All right. Let's do it. Go. I'll let you do the intro. Morgan, you ready?
Give us a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a thumbs up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. the head of Hedamame. He puts the head in Hedamame. Yeah. I'm not going to take that any further. Morgan.
Oh.
Hey.
Thank you for having me. You warned me there was going to be a preamble, and there definitely was.
Yeah,
sorry. Well,
sorry, it was long.
Like 10 minutes, and then
longer than it should have been.
I was trying to give Caleb time to work on something he didn't get done yet.
I'm still working on it.
Hello, chat.
Well, you see, Jim, when two people love each other very much. Oh, that's some good stuff. So I first I need to talk about this. I love the giant set of headphones behind you. Did you did you build those? It's just floating in your studio.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I thought too.
I am in a well-lit outside brick wall with CYMK painting. Yeah.
Very
no,
good.
I just look, I saw that I'll have you know that I watched the entire Deposition Sound episode before coming on here, and I was like, I'm not as smart as Ivan, but I will have a better background than him.
Oh, for sure. Okay.
Woo! Shots fired.
All right.
Shots fired.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, what's fun is that you guys are both audio, two different realms, pretty much, right?
Oh, wait, they are?
Wait, but if we took his speakers and then jammed them on our ears, I don't know.
I mean,
well, so
you would have some big headphones for sure.
Maybe bigger than the ones behind your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the true story. Crafty Maker, I love my Hedamame headphones. I use them on my digital piano and they sound amazing.
Awesome.
That's awesome. I'm glad.
Let
us know if they
that background's next level.
I spent too much time on it.
Yeah. So real quick, before we dive too far in there, Morgan, welcome and welcome. Everybody say hi to Morgan in the chat.
Hi, Morgan in the chat.
Who are you? Hello. What do you do? And where can we find your stuff? And then we're gonna dive like right in head first here.
Okay.
Aha!
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
I am Morgan Andrewchuk. I created Hedamame in COVID. I have, I'm spending this year focusing on Hedamame. I was previously employed as a mechanical engineer. I worked in a completely unrelated industry doing very heavy duty stuff. And yeah, in COVID, I had built a Voron and I was looking around going, okay, where's the products that we can print with our amazing 3D printers that we have? And then I decided to make one, and it's been 5 years now, maybe, since this is probably really close. Hold on. I'm going to look at my old Reddit account. It might be like 5 years on the close to the day on like when I first started talking about them publicly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
That's awesome.
So yeah, that's I feel like I haven't covered a lot. Yeah, I'm designing headphones that the goal is, if you buy a kit from Hedamame and you put the work in and you print it and you assemble it yourself, you get to triple your money in terms of sound quality. Like,
Yeah.
the background here was, in the middle of this kind of ideation, I came across a set of headphones where, it's $1,000 set of headphones, and the driver was a $12 part, and I kind of went, okay, there's got to be a path here to an in between there that people can leverage their 3D printers, and the making something that could be 3D printed and work and look pretty good was that's the special sauce. That's the part that I'm really proud of and am happy with. So, yeah.
Nice. And I want to dive in. I'm looking at your website real quick, but I'll dive into that in a minute. First, Tech Jeeper. Absolutely, Tech Jeeper. He says, I thought hedamame was what we ate as an appetizer at the local sushi place. That's close.
I think that's good job.
Yeah.
I believe that's the joke.
That's the joke.
So
that is the joke.
What would be nice is if we had hedamame while eating our edamame.
Yeah, I mean, then you can really elevate your senses. You get taste and hearing both.
Yeah, you can have some like ASMR elevated of somebody chewing.
Yeah.
And everybody loves mouth noises.
Tech Jeeper says you posted an idea on Reddit and it made it this far. Kudos. That place kills hopes and dreams.
Yeah, I mean, it's like have you heard of like Five Guys? Their theory was we were going to open in a terrible part of town, and if we open there and it works, then we know we got something good. So that's kind of the same with Reddit.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. And Jano says, I can't believe he missed chatting you with 3D Printopia.
That's where we met.
Yeah,
that's how this happened. Well, and I felt super bad, but I'll just go ahead and out myself here. I had never heard of Hedamame at all.
What?
And but somehow the algorithm gods knew what was happening, because I saw a Reddit post that somebody had made about 3D printed headphones like a week or two before 3D Printopia.
No way.
And we're all guilty of it. Nobody come after me for this. We're all guilty of it. I looked at it and I was like, that's cool. And kept scrolling. I didn't actually do any more research on it, but I was like, I got to look at that later. And then I forgot about it. Right. So then I didn't know any information about Morgan. I didn't know anything about Jank Mart or any of the other stuff that you work on, which I do want to talk about as well. But then you were walking around and you had two sets of the headphones that you were carrying in your hands. And I'm not a very outgoing person in social situations. It's pretty much 3D printing events are pretty much the only times where I will walk up to a complete stranger and actually say, that's cool. What is that thing that you're holding?
Right.
In normal everyday life, don't talk to me. Like I'm so socially uncomfortable. Right. But it just happened to be a situation where I was like, hey, those headphones you're holding, I saw those recently, like within the last few weeks. That's pretty cool. Where did you post those, or where did you find those? And he's like, I make them. And I was like, so you print them, but who designed them? And then I noticed he had the headphones on his shirt, and I was like, so you make them. And then he's like, yeah, give him a listen. We put on some headphones. He played one of my all-time favorite songs from from my number one all-time favorite band, and we just jammed out for a second. And I was like, "You're all right." But then we started chatting a little bit about some of the stuff that I'm doing at my local makerspace and some educational stuff that he wanted to be a part of, and some of his collaborations in the past. And we were like, hey, hang on, okay, there might be something we can work on here. And we've started. Morgan has been super awesome and generous, and started the discussion with me and my local makerspace about doing some educational projects, and I'm looking forward to seeing where that goes. I was like, well, while we're at it, you want to hop on the show? That'd be awesome. Yeah. And he was like, when and where?
Yeah.
And here we are.
Let's get on there.
Now and here.
That was a pretty funny. I really need to go to more in-person things. Like I'm almost certainly going to go to Rocky Mountain Rap Fest. Like, I decided to make the trip and get to 3D Printopia. And I think that it was the best choice.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
so much
super
fun
glad
at those events. Like whether you're going to look or film or talk about your products, it's just so much fun being surrounded by like literally thousands of people who have the same mindset and ideas and projects, and they get excited, and it's so cool.
Well, and one of my favorite parts too was like later in the weekend, I walked. You were at a table. And it was just you. It was like you standing at an empty table with no signage, and like your 2 pairs of headphones sitting on the blank table in front of you. And I was like, I didn't know you had a booth here. And you were like, I don't. It was empty, so I just decided to stand here.
Capra Audio is in the chat, and he and I actually took. He does a set of headphones as well, incredibly well tuned.
Nice.
And he he and I went to a headphone show in New York.
Oh, nice.
On the first day, somebody didn't show up to their booth, and we conveniently sat at the booth at a headphone show, and people were walking around going, you what? You 3D printed these? Like, behind you, there's a pair of $30,000 headphones. Why do these ones sound better? But full disclosure, I tried to get a table at 3D Printopia. I was just too late. So I was happy.
So when you see an opportunity, if there was an empty table, might as well. Nobody's sitting there.
Yeah.
We had that at a Comic-Con recently. There was we wanted to save some money at our vendor booth, so we got a regular 10x10.
Yeah.
But there was another group that had a 10x20 across the hallway from us that never showed up. So on Saturday night, instead of just kind of closing down and leaving and coming back the next day, we moved our stuff to the other booth because nobody was there.
That's awesome.
Love it.
See an opportunity to take it.
So
Absolutely.
It's 2020. You're a engineer, and how did this happen? Like, obviously Reddit. You said you post on Reddit, but how did you get from engineer? I assume you're not doing that anymore, right? You're just doing this full time.
Yeah.
How does that happen? Like, I'm just gonna quit my job and make earphones. Like, what?
Yeah. It was like it's kind of a long story.
Okay. I'm excited about this.
This is a good format for that. So
how did this project come about? Is that a faster story?
Yeah. I mean, headphones, I think I'm an entrepreneurial guy. I've owned a number of other companies that I've tried to start up, and been having a lot of fun with 3D printing at the time, and going, I basically looked at what we did with Voron and went like, holy crap, the Voron community is like really putting something together here. Like, this is incredible. That has a storied beginning of how that whole thing kicked off. But I went and looked at that and said, like, okay, well, why not headphones? And I think at the time, like, there's a really high-end audio spot near me, and I live in an apartment, and I, don't have the budget to really get into hi-fi, but I managed to go in, and they have like listening rooms, and you go and listen to your favorite song, and it sounds like you're at the concert. It's like the best sounding thing you've ever had. And then I came, started looking at higher end headphones and kind of going, wait a minute, what? I know what things cost. I know what, I know that you can just yeah, 30K. You're right. Your ears, you probably look at your work safe insurance. Your ears probably aren't worth 30 grand. But yeah, so I think that the idea of getting to leverage 3D printing as a manufacturing in your house, if I can just ship the parts to you, and they didn't have to be assembled, or molds didn't need to get created. They kind of, somewhere in Reddit I have a list, and it's like, okay, well, you get to cut out all these steps in like typical product creation. If you have a 3D printer and someone designs something that can be 3D printed that's good,
Sure.
that's the premise, is like, can I design good headphones and give people a path to hi-fi that Capra is high-end audio is the snake oil factory. That's actually where they make it. That's where you squeeze the snakes and you distill the oil, and you get it right out into the world.
Column, right?
Exactly.
The secret's big audio doesn't want you to know.
I mean, but it's the classic like diminishing returns. But the problem is, like, the physics of sound waves are difficult to understand. Like, I don't pretend to be an expert. And so there's a lot of mystery that can get hidden in that.
Right.
And it's the clincher for that is it's a subjective, you talk to a deposition, it's a subjective thing. Like, what sounds good to me might be different for you.
Right.
And so there's a lot of room for embellishment in high-end audio.
Sure.
So that's kind of how we got to from, I guess, engineer to creating headphones. I started it originally with a partner. He had a 3D printing business in a town we grew up in, and we both, I had the project, he had the business, and we went, we'll put it under yours. And he got too busy to carry on, so then I rebranded and took Hedamame kind of more full time last year.
Okay.
And yeah.
Nice.
So, and did it start out with what you're using now? How, like, was there iterations? Like, how did you get to what you have on your ears right now? Like, is that that must have been a journey, right? You just didn't be like, I think this looks good.
There's a lot of trial and error involved there. I mean, like, I'm gonna see if I can find a photo. I should have pulled this up earlier, but like, there's a pretty hilarious photo of an early Hedamame, and if I can find it, I'll put it up behind me.
Is it like, was it like the V1, or was it like?
Yeah, it was like pre V1. Like, so these
V1
ones, for people that don't know, this is V2.
With the
version 1 had
the strap that goes across the side.
Yeah, here, hold on.
Versus being at an angle.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so I've got basically this little clamp right here grabs onto. Let's see if we can get the light properly. Yeah, you see these like little bumps.
Yeah,
So somebody on Reddit, when I posted these, was like, "Hey, that headband looks like edamame beans," and that's what that's where the name came from. I said, "Oh, okay, that's going to be called hedamame now. Thank you."
That's awesome.
So yeah, I mean, never mind. Coming from Reddit, I managed to pull some inspiration out of there too. You got to squeeze that lemon as hard as you can,
Yeah.
So yeah, that was kind of an early version, was to have. I really liked, I probably liked the look of the old one better because it had kind of this a bit of symmetry where the mic and the cable port come out, instead of having this crossbar. It reached up and did a single, like, kind of piece that clamped onto there.
And is that that's the version that the model for, like, the plan your build thing on your website is?
Yes.
Right. Yes. Which we should probably hang on. Jim, you're on the website, right?
Oh my goodness.
Okay, we'll pull that up in a second, because that's like a stupid cool feature, like, on your website.
Do you know who built that for me? Do you know the filament librarian?
Yeah.
Have you seen him? Filamentcolors.xyz. He built that for me.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. I have some pretty hilarious photos here. What's the easiest way for me to...
You can share your screen if you want.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me grab a window and do that quickly here. Oh man, I don't think I've ever shown these.
Exciting.
Okay,
Hot mix exclusive.
Share screen is easiest with 2 monitors. Yeah. Don't show these tips again. Share screen, window, entire screen. I want screen 3. Okay, sweet. Check
Right.
these babies out.
There you go. Let's check it out.
Look at those early edamame.
Ooh, yeah.
So
Interesting.
yeah,
they look
unique. I mean,
hey,
I'm
look,
really interested. I'm really interested to see what Capra says in the chat about this if he's still here. But
so
on.
when you
he said
his
his V1
design,
broke last night.
Yeah, I want to know what his impression of these is.
Yeah.
So when you changed your design, you repurposed that as a plant pot, right? Like a planter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They actually turned into earmuffs for my girlfriend, so she couldn't hear my 3D printers.
That's fair.
See, he says he's seen far worse.
I printed my second kit a few
I'm
days
just messing
ago.
with you,
Need
man.
one for work and home. Bearded printer.
I'm glad. I'm super glad.
I've seen far worse. Yeah. So I mean,
I think
tell me about the internals, right? Did you order stuff? Did you pull apart another set of earphones?
Yeah.
How did you? Does that make sense?
What did I do?
Like these beats sound like crap. I'm gonna apart, start over, right? Like,
so yeah, I'm not the first person to do 3D printed headphones.
Sure.
I've kind of basically in audio, there's a really nice set of drivers that you can buy called a Peerless 50 mil that is just used in a lot of different headphones. They're produced en masse. People build their own open back headphone projects out of them, and that's where I started. That's where I started, and I went, okay, what are these? Let's get a pair of those. Is what everybody's using now. Let's make this, printable. And that's where. That was the start, and did a bunch of research on how headphones are connected, and there's been a progression on Capra was an early supporter of mine.
Nice.
And I didn't figure that out. I didn't talk with the guy until years later. But there was, in his words, the first decent DIY fully 3D printed headphones.
Nice.
And so I started there. Do they have added weights? No, but since they're fully custom, you can do whatever you want. Put sand in there. I don't care.
Sand. It gets everywhere.
I get sand in my ear. Why is this happening?
Yeah. Basically, like, start somewhere that don't reinvent the wheel. There's some incredible stuff being done with 3D printing and drivers, but I just went like, no, let's go hi-fi parts off the shelf, get a high-end ear pad. Everything that adds to the senses, I tried to make really high quality. So that means the ear pad, the leather, the driver, and now even the cable that you touch is nice. Cable quality is a key point of snake oil for for high-end audio. So it's past a certain point, you're not going to get any higher quality audio out of a cable, but you can make it feel nice. You can make it more durable, and you can make it compatible with phones and all sorts of other things. But yeah.
So if I'm looking at your site, this is like the parts kit, right?
Yes.
So you're talking about the drivers here first.
Yes.
And it looks like you have a couple different drivers
Yep.
to choose from, right? And then you talk about ear cups.
Yep.
Right.
So those are a memory foam ear pad. They're actually just like a nice block of foam. Oh, that's funny. It's the wrong color. So they're a nice memory foam ear cup with polyurethane leather outer. Working on finding a path to a velour one that'll adjust the sound quality in a good way.
Sure.
Okay.
And then I actually cut that leather at a leather shop down the street. They have a clicker press. They have this like press that you click stuff out of.
That was
so
I think you have a post on either your Instagram or your
Oh,
Twitter
yeah,
that
yeah.
shows you doing that process. That's super cool. I've gotten into a little bit of leather work and like I don't have that kind of equipment. It's super cool stuff.
Yeah. So I buy the leather from them and they let me use the machine. That saves me a lot. I used to hand cut those, and the problem was,
oh man,
we had a laser, but
dude,
the laser singes the edge of the leather, and I didn't want somebody with blonde hair to put on their
and
whole thing.
and you know how
what's that streak in me?
Well, you know how when you use a laser to cut or engrave acrylic, it smells like a nail salon because you're burning acrylic.
Yes.
Leather. Have you ever smelled burnt skin? It smells like you're burning bodies in your shop. It's a horrendous smell.
Not a good smell. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So then you talk about cable, right?
Yes.
Clearly,
I should update that image. Boy.
Clearly the thickest gauge monster cable you can get. No.
Yeah.
That's not the current cable, is it?
No, that is not the current cable. The new one's
okay. Next,
the new one's a lot slimmer.
No. The newest ones look like what you have. Let's see.
Yes. What's the difference there? Hold on. Do I have one handy? The main thing is this thing isn't now. Is it like the old one used to be a complete barnacle? Like it was so huge. It was just like.
And it looks like it was a braided cable too.
And they're both braided, but this one's got a lot more like flex in it. It's less. The old one was actually microphonic. Like you'd hear it if you rub it on the desk. This one you can't hear that.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's got a nicer barrel connector.
We don't ask. We don't ask.
How does Caleb know what burning bodies smell like?
Yeah.
Scary.
If you ask.
Parts. Lots of parts.
You only get 2 of those, by the way.
Oh.
In your kit.
I would like to point out, as far as like simplicity of this kit is concerned, there are 8 screws in this
12.
kit. 12.
I hope there's 12.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 12 screws in this kit.
Yeah.
I had 8 left. That's why I was. Yeah.
Then you did something wrong.
There you go.
No, I'm not done yet. I'm working on it.
There's 12 fasteners. There's no soldering. I wanted this to be super accessible.
Dude, this is
like, don't hurt yourself. Just assemble your headphones and enjoy them. Like I'm
a dumbass, and I'm almost done with these on the show.
Whoa.
Like, yeah.
Beep.
Sorry.
Ideal.
Sorry.
So I'm looking at a part. I'm brand new, right? I'm not ordered these before. I have no idea what your headphones are like. I know you have. I just did the Ploopy kit, and it's vastly more complicated to build this.
What is a Ploopy kit?
Ploopy is a guy. Sorry, I'm pretty sure that's not his name, but he's actually got a pretty incredible mouse project. But he is like open source to the core. He's like, you won't have to buy anything off the shelf. You will assemble this yourself with my kits. But he also, anyways, I think it's like Ploopy Co or something. If you Google it, he's got a pretty great like 3D printable mouse project. But the one thing he doesn't do is what you're looking at on this page, where you either buy the parts printed by him and all the hardware, or you go source the hardware and print it yourself. There's no in between. There's no
hardware kit.
Which is an interesting choice.
Interesting,
but, yeah. His headphones were really well covered, but they were a little bit.
You wanted to make something that was more accessible.
So
harder to do.
You should do kids ones with ears or something. My daughter would love that. Oh,
John, do you mean like they have ears on the outside, like large giant ears? Oh, he probably means up top.
John's daughter doesn't have ears. He needs you to print some ears. And no.
Well, no. So one of the cool things,
like kids, design or something.
Yeah.
One of the cool things though is one, you have 2 different models. You have a smaller model as well.
I was just going to talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah, but 2, before you get into that, I want to make sure we mention too that you can get the files to print for free with your purchase of the hardware kit. But I noticed you also offer for purchase the like original CAD files, so you can modify them however you want to.
Yes, I think are those on the website, or did I just have them on the Patreon? I'm pretty sure
I thought they were on the website. Well, they might have been on the website.
They might
Patreon.
link to the Patreon, but
Yeah.
So I mean, the chat's blowing up.
Horns,
Cat ears, Mickey Mouse, unicorn,
Devil horns. Yeah.
Horn. I mean, all of it.
I haven't seen one yet. So if you're in the chat and you have modeling skills, like go nuts. I assumed I wouldn't have to do that work. I thought somebody would grab onto it, and I will. But I should probably do some engagement and host a contest for something.
Oh yeah, try doing something with bangs or something.
Yeah. So, let me know in the chat if I should do something.
So I'm looking at your parts kit, right? I'm assuming you want to start here. If I want to build one of these, right?
Yes.
How do I know? I mean, which driver to pick? Like I see down below here, you kind of say. If you want a clean audio file, or if you want incredible value with great sound across the range, or heavy bass music, but like you said, it's subjective, right? So if it's you, where are you starting? You never did this before. You never had a really good pair of earphones, but you want to build one of these. Where are you starting?
I am probably starting on Reddit, where I saw somebody post a build of these,
and then forgetting about it for 2 weeks, and then running into you at a show.
Let me rephrase that. New Fix Them Dude challenge. Chris Travis says new Fix Them Dude challenge. He'll have like all the models by the end of the show here.
Okay,
but
Fix Them Dude is notorious for we make a joke and it's done before we're done with the show.
So I'm looking at your page and I'm like, I don't know. I mean, like, where would you start? It's somebody who likes music, mostly music, probably in headphones.
I mean, I think that's a good question, and I should probably think about that customer path more clearly. But I think a large number of my customers have found me through. I was covered by a few well-known headphone reviewers, and also, I mean, Maker's Muse. Shout out! I saw you use
we love Angus.
Yeah.
He kind of kicked this entire thing off. I don't know if you knew that, but so in the fall of 2021, he did the first large video about amame, and we sold out everything for 6 months.
Oh wow! Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty incredible to have his coverage. But so somebody in 3D printing has arrived here and gone I like headphones. I want to print something good.
Right.
And then, I think that there's it's kind of interesting. We sell by far and away more 50 millimeter experience drivers than we do the precision or the classic. It's double the other two. And I think that, people want either bass heavy music or they're gaming a lot and they want something cool to print on their printer. And the kit comes at and I think it's on the verge of expensive, but for what you get, it's worth it. So there is a bit of a hurdle to jump there for people.
Sure.
It's
an investment, right?
I think that, as you show this page, I should probably have that, driver explanation higher up. So I say, put a review there and say look, if you like movies and gaming and you want the bass to, feel like it's crushing your skull.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Get these ones. If you are a critical listener, if you're somebody who, has Sennheisers or, they're trying to show off their printing skills to their friend that has Sennheisers, maybe you want to stick to these ones or, and if you want best bang for your buck, get the classic ones. They sound great. They use the little brother to the 50 mil.
Okay. I have to. I don't think I'm hiding anything. I think everybody knows what I'm working on. But so I just got to say for a second, this piece is so freaking soft. Holy crap, dude!
Yeah,
that is so soft.
True.
Yeah. Spoiler alert: Caleb has a pair and didn't get them done before the show.
I was going. It's been a long day. I'm working on it.
Yeah.
But what's awesome is you have the expert here. So I'm going to order these
because I think I only took one shortcut. Only one shortcut.
Don't let them hear that. No warranty on that pair. No.
But yeah.
So I'm looking at this is your website, right?
Yes.
We kind of scroll down. We have a headamame parts kit.
Yep.
We have the files, and then we
Yep.
have the mini mame. I think you had those in your hands, right? A mini mame.
Yes, but the problem is they're the wrong color. They're actually green, so I think they're gonna.
Oh,
They're invisible headphones.
That's awesome.
oh, there you go. That's
You didn't print them in green. You printed them in camouflage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I printed them in- That's so funny.
that is
That's
amazing. That's amazing. So he has amazing effect on these. If you buy them, you get the same thing. People
Yeah.
won't even know they're there when you're walking with them.
Today only.
it's
Today
like
only.
floating
I will
frames.
not see
Yeah.
your ears. Hold on.
I can't unsee the edamame on the headband now. Someone says
I know. That's fantastic.
that is fantastic.
Love it.
That's so funny.
Yes,
Love it.
so good.
I mean, that's when you aside from the I
You
guess
can
the
put.
headband.
You can make them any color you want.
They're today only color shifting mini
The John
mame.
Cena edition. That's hilarious.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the difference? The main difference between the two? I mean, one is smaller than the other. It looks like, right?
Yes. So I'm gonna screw it. I'll leave these on for a minute. Yeah, these ones are smaller. They're an on ear, so they actually these cups, the ear pads like actually rest on top of your ear. So
Okay.
that's something that's like super preferential. Some people just their ears get tired from that. I can probably only wear them for 2 hours at a time before my ears go like, hey, that's enough. We've been pushed on too much. But the kind of a main difference there is your ear isn't enclosed. So that means that you are going to get a more critical listening experience. You're not going to have the bass kind of locked in by those big giant earmuffs, the ear pads. And that's kind of that's a main point that you can adjust the tuning of the headphones. And again, shout out Capra. He's actually somebody who helped me with that. So if you
Nice.
are looking for another headphone project, you can go check his out. I don't think you can get kits, but yeah, he's done some work actually tuning Hedamame and Minamame. It's funny. So we went to the the headphone show in New York, and for all the high-end audio reviewers, they liked the Minamame better. They
Really?
were like,
Really?
oh yeah, they're kind of chasing this super how do I put this without offending anybody? Yeah, less bassy response. They're chasing like they're chasing like this perfect neutral that is like,
Okay.
oh, everything sounds very balanced.
Balance, yeah.
I prefer a
Flat or neutral.
bassier,
Yeah.
a bassier
Yeah.
thing sound. My music is performs much better in a really bassy headphone. So
Andrew Rogers says if you post your finish cans to the Hedamame Discord, you can get a serial number for them.
yes, that's true.
Oh, really?
Oh, really? I thought
Yeah,
he was
no,
making a funny
that's true.
Voron.
No, yeah, and that was an inspiration that I took from Voron. Was
Yeah.
we issue a serial number. We used to do we used to mail a little brass plaque that would go on the headphone in a certain spot. And with the new design, that doesn't work. So instead, you get a CAD file that has your number on it that nobody else gets.
Nice.
When you fill that out. Yes.
Does it allow you to like put it on somewhere?
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. I actually don't have one with it, but it goes on the backside of your
Oh, cool.
the headband clamp.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Also, Andrew Rogers says, or I'm sorry, Fix Some Dude says if you wear them anywhere else, they chafe. So
Wow.
Andrew Rogers, I like the velour pads on the minis.
Yes.
So-
they're nice.
There you go.
Those
I
are
think
fun
Caleb
ones.
panicked and ran. He is
Back to Hedamame.
he is gone. He plugged him in, blew himself up. No. so we're looking at the site. I'm just starting out. I'm like, man, I think I want to do a full over the ear set. Looks like you got your files, and you get the files. I believe Caleb said when you buy the parts, or the earphone. Okay.
Yeah, it's actually like just a $0 product on the site. You can just go get the file because that way, you can go print them and like see what they are before you go and commit to a full kit.
That's cool. Okay.
So you can just buy them, download the files and get printing. And then,
Cool.
You're only out $10 in filament or something.
Whatever
if you decide
filament is,
that you don't like the style or whatever.
What the second question I have, what do you print them in? I'm sure it says here, I didn't read it all yet.
Sure.
But what kind of material you're using and that kind of thing.
Yeah. So the key thing there is PLA for the headband and the clamps is a no. Because PLA over time will creep, it will relax into shape,
Okay.
and then you're not going to get any clamp. It's they're not going to fit on your head nice anymore. So it's PETG or ABS for the headband and these cross pieces, the headband clamp, and then you can do PLA for the rest, and you can choose colors. You can adjust the. Here's a cone. Actually, here's the top piece of a cone that was designed by Dave Makes Stuff, who does incredible stuff.
Sure.
And so you can change the inside to a different color of this open back design. So you can do all sorts of fancy things in Slicer with whatever PLA you have on the lion's share of the headphone.
So as far as printing requirements, like recommendations, is that all in the file? Like, hey, you want to do 16 walls with the 97% in fill? I don't know. I'm just making.
There's a PDF that comes with your order, and it has slicing recommendations and where to change certain slicing settings for 4 different slicers.
Nice.
Yes, that is
like you've gone all out.
Nice.
Yeah, it deserves an update, and I'll probably do that soon here. To just like refresh it for all the different.
There was the section where you say to use Orca Slicer because Bamboo Lab doesn't, or Bamboo Studio doesn't have that feature yet. Bamboo does have that feature now.
Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And yeah, Capra, he did his V1s in ASA and they lasted for 3 years. I assume that little cantilevered part is what broke. That's what used to break on the V1s.
Cantilever part.
There was the V1 design was, instead of having a clamp like this all the way across, it was just a single arm that was cantilevered, and
got it.
He says yep, that is exactly what broke.
So will it matter? Like we were talking with deposition audio guys, and they're like, I don't know, if you printed in this filament, does it change your sound? If you printed with more walls or any of that, is all of that variables here, or because of how the headphones work, does it really not matter?
Yeah, there's kind of a main I don't want to say trick, but effect that 3D printing actually adds to the experience, and that is I designed. So this is so the difference between open back and closed back cones is open back means that, and technically this is a semi open back design because the back of the driver, if you picture like a speaker that's trying to make sound to your ear going this way, it vibrates back and forth and it creates the sound that goes into your ear hole. And right on the back side of that, you hear Deposition Sound talk about it. If you have any parallel surfaces, you can have that wave on the backside crash around and kind of make bad noises in behind the driver. What you're hearing is still good, but you get that kind of like knock-on effect from what is going on behind. So an open back will let that sound wave go out and away from your ear, and a closed back will keep that inside the cone. And on this one, we actually use gyroid infill to destroy those sound waves and provide a bunch of randomness on the backside, so that instead of having a parallel surface for it to bounce off of and reverberate, it just gets scattered back there.
Love that.
That's a cool idea. So you use that to scatter the sound instead of echo it
you
back.
Use the infill pattern to your advantage.
And it used to be
that's awesome.
It used to be that I would do that with it was like supports only. Like that the slicing has come far enough that it's actually become a lot easier to do that and get the software to do it easily.
That's
so
cool.
I have that resliced for every major slicer, so that you can go and print it whatever you want. You can basically just drop the 3MF in and the settings should be there ready to go.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. And that's the super cool of you to do. I mean, like, it's obviously you're doing it, so you have the
Yeah.
file and you can save it and give it to somebody, right? I'm actually working on another project right now where it's it's in early infancies, right, of this project.
Sure.
It's a car. I don't have it in front of me, but it's a 3D printed like mini Z size, very small size pen car chassis.
Okay.
And
Is it a scamp?
it's not a scam. But we have one of the things is we were kind of chatting with the guy who started it and stuff, and he's like, I got these files out, and he's really excited. It's really cool. But he's like, I figured, someone would just have the files ready. And I'm thinking, like, man, it's one thing to have the files right. And and it's a paid file. You go to Colton, you buy the chassis instead of a $200 metal chassis. You're buying a $32 printed chassis that you can change as many times as you want with any materials you want. Right. It's really cool.
Right.
But I'm just like, how easy is it though? Because most of these are going to be PLA, and most of these are going to be like PETG or something. Like, why not build a couple plates with the settings you recommend and just save them in there?
I mean, the answer is it's not that easy. It sucks. I dread that part of an update, honestly, so much.
Yeah,
really,
to have to crash through all the different slicing like UIs and like I'll set up the 3MF in like Prusa Slicer, and then I'll export it so that I can go fiddle with the settings in Cura and mess with them in Bamboo. Well, I guess not Bamboo yet, but Orca Slicer, and the different ways that everybody does things. There's one particular setting that's like named a different thing in every one, and it's like that part takes me the lion's share of like an update time.
Really,
to go through.
Wow.
Because there's a bunch of different folders. I try and organize it, and then to keep that all, Anyways,
I could see that. So I appreciate the time. I definitely see that, and I appreciate the time. I mean, this is not. I guess I could see that now. I never thought of that way.
Yeah.
And
I mean, honestly,
like, I know all these parts are going to be PLA. Create a plate with your profile, save it, done. Right.
Oh my God, Cura,
who uses Cura anymore?
Oh my God. Anybody who's had to
chat if you use Cura, I'm just
curious. Anyone who's had to, and Capper is going to be like, yeah, this is exactly what's wrong. But anybody who's had to do specific part specific settings, they put in smooth scrolling in the thing for your phone, but the problem is you try and use that on a scroll wheel and you're wound up you go all over the page, and that has been the problem. In I updated because I was fiddling with an update the other day. I updated Cura, and that's been there for years, and it's brutal to try and use. Anyways, that's my worst experience when I have to do that.
Noted.
A lot of people are saying Orca, Prusa.
I mean, Orca's just taking the torch and they're just running with it.
It's, when Bamboo Slicer came out, and we saw what all credit due to Prusa Slicer, to Slick 3R, whatever. But when we saw what a slicer could actually do with multi plates, your whole project on your screen, you choose
so much better.
Flip and and then Orca was like, yeah, I got this, and and then he took off, and they started creating all the built-in, everything built in that you can tune your stuff with, everything, and then they're like,
awesome,
we're going to add it to any printer you want pretty much.
Yeah. Last night I sliced something for my XL on Orca Slicer, and it worked perfect. I was kind of worried. I was like, is there going to be tool crashes? No. Right. Slam dunk. No problem.
And I think Jano I haven't fine-tuned my old profiles to Orca yet. What do I do? Cura goes bye-bye. I think that's the problem. People who are heavy into maybe Cura, and they have all these machines and they have these profiles, and they're like, oh man, if I go, what are we going to do? A lot of people, the default profile on Orca is better than Cura.
Oh, it's
so great. Lot of them, and then you have the companies that are getting real smart now and stop the branding with Cura, because it's Creality Slicer. Well, no, it's not anymore. But we definitely, I appreciate, like, where I was going is I appreciate that you have those files, because I can grab them, I can drop them in, and like my whole project's there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, bearded printer, absolutely. The day you learned about Orca, I was gone and never came back. Yeah, and you know, there's slicers that no one talks about anymore. The paid one. And yeah, but like, man, yeah, the only time I use bamboo slicers when I'm putting together 3MF files to upload. The cool things that you can do in color. The artists out there that are doing these models and they're pre-coloring them for you.
Yeah.
In bamboo, you drop them in, you put your colors in the right slots, and you have right.
Yeah.
But with this though, like if I print this in, I don't know, carbon fiber PETG, and I print the other side in ASA, like he said, is there going to be a difference in sound? Really, you think?
Probably.
Okay.
Will it be noticeable? I think that's kind of where this project not stops, but like the purpose of Hedamame is to bring hi-fi to 3D printing world.
Okay.
It's not to take you into hi-fi and really start
good point. Yeah.
Analyzing and obsessing about the sounds that you're getting, as long as both sides are printed in the same the same material, you're going to be good to go. And the other thing that kind of aids that is the design. I don't have a cross. Caleb, what step are you at in the process? If you're clamping, you're screwing a cone together.
I'm at the step where I have unscrewed a cone because I skipped a step. So I'm probably where you need to be.
So basically, I designed this so that
it's so easy.
I know.
Well,
I'm also listening. So what are you trying to show? You're trying to show a cross section like this?
That's exactly it. So basically, the driver, the black part below the yellow part, the driver clamps through the headband mount, which is the red part, and it sandwiches everything together. So that makes it kind of hard to mess up. As long as you clamp those down properly, you've created a seal, and that whole system there is really rigid. So I don't think that filament type is going to matter a lot. But there probably will be a slight difference if the whole thing is printed in.
There was another issue there that Morgan probably picked up on that I was hoping nobody else would notice. That I think
I saw nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
It looks great. You're doing a great job.
Thanks,
Morgan. Like 5 minutes ago, it's so easy. My 4-year-old can put these together. Caleb 5 minutes ago, son of a.
Yeah. No, I'm probably gonna make so.
To be fair, you're doing this and that at the same time.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm not like doing great at either of them at the moment. I'm doing like half good at both of them.
I mean,
no, one of them was a slicing issue, and I think I might end up reslicing and reprinting some parts. But there's another fun part about these is if you want to take the hardware apart and build a totally different set, go ahead.
Totally. If it breaks, like there's folks out there that go like, okay, my kid cannot keep a headphone alive. They go buy minamames and then they replace them. The headband broke, great, new one. It cost me 15 cents on my, maybe 60 cents in plastic, on my bamboo in an hour, and you've got a new headband.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to prove with Hedamame is like, it's kind of incredible what we can make in our house if somebody designs for it,
Yeah. And you have some really cool, I mean, like some of the ones I saw, I mean, your website looks awesome. You kind of point out.
I love your branding.
What Caleb, you were saying we should show something on the website.
Oh yeah, if you go up to the top, you can do a plan my build thing. Build planner. Yeah, and that is the V1 model. But like what blows my mind about this is the filament, and saying that the filament library guy helped you with this now makes a lot more sense. But dude, you go through and you pick what colors, and it gives you a recommendation on what brand and color of filament will make it look similar to that.
Filament colors XYZ. Nice.
I know.
He put this together in like no time at all, and that's
so cool.
That's been really fun to have.
So if I had all one type of film, I had all bamboo filament, bamboo. I don't know. Can I throw that in and it'll give me different options, or do I
I
need to
think
go
does
through?
bamboo do the colorway? Like on this, you can put in the number there, like the RGB
The
number,
hexadecimal code.
the hex code
Good
number.
question. Good question.
So
I know
think you can
Polymaker does hex codes,
yeah,
but
Polymaker has theirs. Which filament gets the invisible finish?
Yeah.
All sixes.
it's also
It's fa 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 fa.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is really cool. So you basically choose your part, scroll around, and it'll get you the closest it can. You know, here, right?
Polymaker. Yeah, that's gonna get you close.
How does that? But does it change?
Maybe you have to refresh or something.
Yeah, you have to click here to refresh the table.
Oh, okay. So let's just for argument's sake, I'm gonna go
follow the instructions. Yeah, don't take your cones back apart because you forgot a step that was pretty obvious, Jim.
I'm sorry.
Also, to be fair, I'm following the assembly video, but like on mute with captions, the auto captions. So like that's not helping either.
That'll do it.
Yeah, I'm doing my best.
I mean, his website here is like pretty incredible. Anyway,
I'm doing.
Well, you can't change that color.
I know that's the problem. I've been trying every time I go buy leather and cut leather for the headband, I try and find a white one, but
so there's an option
so that I can do a set of like white headband, white ear pads, because I know that that's something that people would be into.
That sounds like a terrible idea. Those ear pads are going to get so gross, dude.
Yeah, I agree.
I am so not on board with that one.
It would definitely open up the colorways, though.
I just realized how much blue I just put in it. Just do white. I'm just making random stuff up, and if I refresh, look at that. So it actually tells you here what's closest to what I chose.
Yep.
Super cool.
Or if you're like me and you realize you have like every color imaginable in PLA, but you only use PETG for things you plan on sanding and painting, so you have like 2 colors of PETG. You're kind of limited on what you can do.
Yeah. So you can use that build planner and try and come up with a cool colorway. I did a bunch of renders of like Marvel ones just to try and like do some social media and things like that. It's lots of fun.
It's really cool that you can do. I do love because you can really dial in. I am
exactly what you want.
I am so bad with coming up with colors.
I mean, it would really be cool if he had a suggester in here. Cough. Filament library. If you picked a color and said, I have this one, I really like it. Now suggest me the complementary or the tertiary, that the whole color.
Or implementing like, I don't know, work with QForge on some of their tools too.
Ooh.
There's a tool I've been bugging them about for a long time. I don't think it would really affect Hedamame, but I really want to find a way to.
I don't know. That's crazy.
Basically, print your QForge upside down.
Ooh, okay.
That's If you chat with that guy, you can be like, "Hey, Morgan bugged you about
Steve."
This.
Yeah,
Steve.
I chatted with him at 3D Printopia, and he explained to me why it's hard to do, which obviously, but, that would kind of open up some really cool possibilities for everything else that isn't curved. It's still a flat surface, but
right.
I love, now that I know the story behind the name Hedamame, these little bumps on the side are just so fun to me. I love it.
Yeah, I mean that was I showed the not even V1, the early prototype, because the hard part is how do you design something that prints and allows you to adjust the length and does some pivoting to fit your head. There's a lot of different ways that's kind of the secret sauce.
I'm going to try to show it without showing the whole thing, but I love that little nub idea because there is a little bit of like a flex there because it's all on that like ball joint pivot.
That's exactly it.
Which I've finished these. I don't know if I hope I connected things properly. We're going to see if they work.
Ooh.
and then I'm
That's exciting.
Swap over.
Yeah,
to you.
let's-
Yeah. So
I
testament to the.
I wish I hadn't met you at 3D Printopia so we could get your genuine reaction.
What do you mean? Oh well, yeah, because that was forever ago. I'm still.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was an open.
I'm really
room. It
like-
wasn't,
I am kind of sad that I didn't have them done before the show though, because I wanted to hear that like guitar intro with these.
Now we
you
have
know?
good progression through the show.
Yeah.
Oh, we can.
Yeah. So
I'm very curious to hear. We get to see this live. What time? We got time.
Yeah.
We get to see this live. Caleb plugging in his headphones for the very first time. He just got them built. He just got them done.
I mean, let's hope they work.
I'm gonna show. Yeah. Well, if they don't work, then I didn't plug in the drivers right.
If they don't work, it was the step that he messed up on.
No, okay. So disclosure. Here's the disclosure. The little nubs that go on the inside where the edamame bumps. There's a little rubber piece that goes in there that creates like the to adjust the headphones.
Yeah.
The noise made more sense than trying to explain it.
You nailed it.
That was
I'm gonna write that on the website.
right.
Little sound bite that you click instead of picture.
Those nubs are kind of hard to screw in because they're in a channel on the inside of the cone
They
cover.
are tough.
And you provide a tool that you can print that helps you screw those in.
It's true.
Or
Wow.
you can use a deep well hex driver. Neither of which I have.
Oh, no.
I did not print the tool. So what I was doing over here, not recommended, but the shortcut that I took was I held it by the rubber part and I lit the screw on fire and melted it into the part, like
That's
melted
an
the threads
advanced technique.
in. Yeah.
You didn't
But
tell
anyway.
me you were this smart.
So these are done.
Interesting. Yeah.
And I am
Woo!
Ooh, hang on.
really
Let me
happy.
scroll you out. All right.
So I went with
All right.
a hot makes color scheme here.
Yeah.
We've got the light blue. I was
Awesome.
limited on colors for Pet G, so this
That's
is this is light blue. It's the Polar Filaments blue PLA. I've got High Five, Protopasta High Five Pet G. I've got the Blood of
Very
My
nice.
Enemies for the red.
Ooh.
I've got Green Gate
You got
white
Joel
here.
and Amy Double D in there. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then you can't see it now because the pads are on, but the bits that the pads are hold on to, and these pieces are yellow polymakers. So I got a little bit of a bunch of different filament manufacturers going on here, but I wanted to
Just
want
a
to go with
heads up. Capper
What?
says, please don't build his if you're going to light him on fire.
the. But
so,
yeah,
Battle
hey, you know what?
Like
It's a pair of hot mix
out.
headphones,
Yeah,
so it's only fair that I lit them on fire at one point to.
I'm gonna have to put that in the instruction manual. If you didn't print a thing and you don't have a socket, then
melt it in.
Don't.
So I'm gonna
do
don't do that. I do have the version. You did send the version with the microphone, which is cool.
yes.
I'm
got
not
the
going to
boom
use
mic
that
on
right
there.
now because I don't want to screw up how my mic and everything is set up here. But I'm going to swap over to these right now. So I'm going to not be able to hear you in a second. Now's your time to say all the dirty things about me.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, I mean, considering he's coming for a pair of task cams, it can't be that
All right,
much.
I know you guys can hear me, but I can't
Not
hear
too
you.
much competition, right?
Plug these in.
Yeah.
So which ones? While we're talking, which ones did he get?
All right.
The 50?
Let me check. I'm
Oh,
pretty
I
sure
hear
he has
something.
the 50 mil. The 50 mil drivers.
All right,
Okay.
Yeah.
let's go. Let's do this.
Okay.
All right.
Hey,
Hey, I did it right.
Can you hear us? All right.
Whoa.
I can.
He
I can
got
hear
it.
you. Oh,
Easy.
those look fun.
You can run a stream. They're kind of matching your whole vibe right now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I did hot mix colors, Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
These look awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Those are so
Nice
cool.
work.
Oh, these are comfy. Also, so I had the ones I was using Tascams,
Okay.
and they have these like oval shaped things.
Yeah.
So they were that, like you were saying a second ago, some people like the press, some people like them being
Mhm.
surrounded.
Mhm.
They were
Right.
pushing the back of my ears into my head, but these ones are like fully encompassing my
They're
ears.
completely around your ears.
I love this.
I think that
Goodbye, Tascam.
I have the naming convention already. I have the headamame, I have the minamame. I think that eventually I need to do one that size and call them the midamame.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or the hotamame. That's what these are. These are the hotamames.
Yeah. Well,
I love it.
hang on.
Great work.
Man, these are comfy, dude.
Let's see. Hang on. I just
Does
want
that
to hear
sound
how-
better?
Yeah, that sounded awesome.
Look
That sounded great.
at that
I love this.
smile.
Dude, these are awesome.
Great work.
Well, it's a combination of like it's that part, and this is why we were talking about the educational part of this and turning it into a possible like after school project or summer school project track. It's like part of that smile is these are cool, but then part of it's like I made these.
Yeah.
Like you gave me the hardware and the
Yeah.
files and everything, but like I
Right.
just put these together while on a show with my friends, you know? And it's
Yeah.
like also granted it was on a few different printers, but dude, I didn't even download the STL files until this morning. Like I
Really?
did this whole thing today.
Oh,
From
that's
start to
awesome.
finish. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I didn't even know what colors of PETG I had available to me until I sat down at my computer this morning and said, okay, I got to make this happen for the show, which I didn't. But
So what's funny is Morgan's like, man, I gave him those 2-3 weeks ago. So, no.
I
We
know.
also moved the show up, so
Oh, that's
it's
true.
true.
great
And
rush.
Thank you. for
and
that, by the way.
to make
I
that
ended
happen.
up in our email together too. I was like, I don't know, because the whole point of getting a pair from you was to full disclosure, and stop me if I shouldn't be giving too much information out, but we're working on the curriculum for educational tracks for the local makerspace and
Yeah.
possibly turning something into something larger for the Hedamame project and for other makerspaces and education tracks around the US. Or internationally, whatever your
Anywhere,
plans are
yeah.
there. Like we are wanting to go full bore with this, right?
Yeah.
And so you sent them to me so that I would build them and take them to the local makerspace and show them the project that I was talking to them about. And we have a meeting that we're going to be scheduling with them. But then they ended up being like super, super busy at the end of the year. They're going through like a weird, not a weird, but like an acquisition by another entity. They're going from being a private company to being a part of the library system. The North Little Rock library system. So paperwork is really slow right now. So they were like, we want to do this and we want to talk to Morgan, but we're going to have to wait until the beginning of the year. So the like ethical dilemma that I was running into was he sent this to me to talk to them about, but if they're not available until next year, I don't want to build these and use them now. It feels wrong.
You got to become an expert. I mean, yeah. So I think that
part of becoming an expert is building it wrong the first time.
Yeah,
so
especially for Minamame, I think that with Minamame, I don't know if hold on, I might have to share my screen. When I was growing up, I'm from Canada. I grew up in the middle of British Columbia, skiing after school on the weekends, after school and on the weekends, and we had these skull candy icons. They were huge. They were the biggest. Like everyone had a pair to put over your helmet, and Minamame is kind of my like if I was 16 right now and I was going skiing with my friends, I would want to print Minamame and wear them on the ski hill. That's
you said, screw you guys, I'm making my own pair of Heelys.
Yeah.
But if I'm a kid in school wondering a cool project to do on this 3D printer that my school has, or if I'm a school and I have a bunch of 3D printers, I think that Minamame and Hedamame might provide a really good learning platform.
Absolutely.
It's got teachable moments all the way from middle school through high school. You can talk about the physics of sound, or you can talk about what is a 3D printer. By the way, here's a cool thing that you can print. Like there's a full range. So
sure,
if there's anybody in the chat that wants to get involved in that, feel free to email me. It's morgan@hadamame.com, because there's a lot more other maker spaces than just the Little Rock one. There's hundreds out there that could use this. So
absolutely,
that's something that I want to develop and kind of chase next year.
The situation the Little Rock one was in, though, was like the perfect situation to get this conversation started in the beginning, because it's like they have 3D printers. They had somebody who was kind of teaching 3D printing classes, but due to this acquisition and this ownership change, they ended up having a lot of staff turnover. And the only like 3D printing education they were able to give people was, here's how you put a file on an SD card and click print. See you later.
Yeah.
Come back in a few days. And we were like, no. I
Wow.
I walked in there and I was like, we got to do something different there, because that's like that's the bare minimum. Like we got to teach. There's kids.
There's plenty of room for elevation here. We can make this better.
And like there's kids and young adults and in a lot of instances adults as well, but mostly kids. Like their imagination is nuts, and they live in a totally different world than what we live in, and they have problems that we don't even remember having or could even imagine having. And they have the imagination to fix those problems, but they don't have the skills or the experience to make those fixes real. So let's give them that and let them run with it,
Yeah, and like you go print your headphones, and then by the way, do you want to model an attachment here to make some cat ears or whatever you?
I was just
do
gonna
the
say,
basics of your first modeling thing, but it's also usable. It's kind of a nice thing.
Nice.
This is the start of I'm feeling that tickle that you feel when you feel the start of an addiction coming on. Like I want to print a bunch of different colors now and just swap them out every now and then. This is
lots of fun.
Also, I don't think this is the first thing I've printed in the Blood of the Enemies, but this is my first time putting it up against something light blue, and that is a sick color scheme.
It's a great color.
I'm loving that look.
Yeah, and so it's worth mentioning too. So the headphones that you heard in at 3D Printopia have a driver that hasn't been released yet.
Okay.
And so you have a 50 mil driver in those headphones, and there's now a 50 mil precision driver coming out that I'm working on bringing, and it'll replace the 40 mil precision, and it's going to be it's kind of the best of both worlds, nice and bassy, but also pretty crisp on the higher notes. So
nice.
I'm excited to release that.
Nice.
Do you have a ETA? Like, what's your
maybe by the end of the year? Maybe by the end of the year. Yeah, we're running out of year.
Yeah, these headphones are bigger than those Tascams, but I just bumped them. I don't know if you noticed, but I just bumped them because for a second I almost forgot they were there.
Oh yeah,
these pads are so comfy, dude.
They're nice and light, right?
Oh man,
that memory foam does a good job.
Yeah, I don't know why we want to add sand to it. But it's comfy.
Sand,
like Swatch watches for headphones. Yeah.
So here's a question. You're talking different models. You're talking about changing out the precision for the 40 mil. I'm assuming it's not just as easy as popping the other cone in, right? Like, I mean, it's not like, hey, I'm going to take out this 40, put this one in.
That's it. That's all.
Well, then you should be done tomorrow.
I didn't realize this.
I didn't realize this. The supplier has some work to do.
These pieces here, these printed pieces here, have the same mounting holes as the rest of the parts, but the form factor where the driver plugs into is the different size.
That's right.
So I ended up printing these. I didn't realize that the drivers that came with it already had this piece printed and attached to it. But if I had the other drivers, literally I unscrew the pads, take out 4 screws, pop those out, pop these in, put the 4 screws back in, put the pads back on, and we're good.
You're done.
Wow.
You're listening.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying earlier too. I miscounted the screws, but there's 4 bolts on here and then 4 bolts up here for the leather strap.
Yep.
And honestly, I know the leather strap is comfortable, but if you wanted to skip that step, you could probably not have that if you didn't want to. So realistically, it's like, but still, I'm wearing a pair of headphones, dude. I'm hearing you guys in my ear holes after 12 screws. 12. That's nuts.
Yep.
I love this.
That's awesome. And a day of printing.
And a day of printing.
And an hour of assembling.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I just wanted to hear Jim's voice in the best possible way.
Oh man. Normally, yeah. Sunday.
Oh, wow. All right, turn these down.
Yeah. You're watching the Sue's sensual show of hot make. But yeah, I mean, I freaking love it. I'm gonna have to print them now. That's just it. It has to be a project now.
All right.
I've seen some others. I think didn't Joel do a set too?
Joel did a set.
Pretty sure.
There will be. I assume he's going to do another holiday giveaway, but I always contribute some kits to that. And there is a Black Friday sale coming up. I have to
Spoiler
decide when
alert.
to launch that, but spoiler alert, there will
Black
be
Friday.
later on this month. There will be a Black Friday sale. There will also be some retailers carrying these in the near future. That's as much as I can say. So if you don't have some PETG, and you want to go buy the works from a retailer, then you can do that. Yeah.
So if you don't have a 3D printer, you're gonna have everything. So it's not gonna be. Is it going to be a kit from a real retailer?
Yeah. Sorry, a
everything?
3D printing retailer. The kits will be there.
We are trying to make headphone.
Yeah.
We're trying to make hi-fi audio more accessible for people without being $300. So buy this printer to start, and then
I mean, there's the.
I mean, that's not too much different from like I wanted to, before Halo was on PC, I wanted to play the new Halo and I didn't have an Xbox, so I bought an Xbox to play Halo, and it ended up being like a $400 video game.
And I think that that happens, right? Like people see enough things on Instagram and go like, oh, I want to print that, and 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 then eventually this value stacks up, and they go, all right, Bamboo, let's go. Like, I'll buy that.
Hey, but you know what? For $200, I can get an A1 Mini, and probably print everything. Well, maybe
I don't.
not
The headband might be the only part.
If you can't print the headband, you can buy that from my website with the kit.
Got it.
You go. Include the one part you can't. Yeah.
For what is it now? 300 or 339 to get the A1.
It's cheap.
It's single color, no AMS, but you I mean that's
it would
an
do
awesome.
It would do it in a day, and you've already ROI'd that printer, because again, subjectively, to some people that sound is a $300 sound. So print 2 headphones, and you've ROI'd that printer in terms of sound quality. If you print one for your friend,
True.
There's also something to be said too about like. And I guess it depends on like where your finances are, but perceived value versus value versus actual like cost value, like the free pizza from work always tastes better than when you buy it. One of my favorite comedians, Mark Maron, he has a bit that he does where he talks about how he wanted to get a tube amp for his guitar, and he saw a tube amp that Jack White has at his place. And it was like a $40,000 tube amp or something like that. So he's like, well, if Jack White has it, I'll buy it. And then he bought it, and it didn't matter how good the tube amp was or how much it cost. He didn't want to spend $40,000 on it. So when he brought it home, he listened to it and he's like, this doesn't sound like $40,000. Doesn't matter how good it was. Your expectations are high now. So you could be somebody who like, I want really good audio. Really good audio. So I'm going to go spend $600 on a really nice pair of headphones. And I take it home and I listen to it and I'm like, well, that doesn't sound any better.
Right.
What did I just do? Versus now it's like, okay, you spend $100 or something on the kit, and then you bring it home and you print it, and you've done all the work yourself. And you're like, well, this is a heck of a value because this sounds better to you perceived. It sounds better than a $1,200 pair of headphones. Because you put in,
I believe that to be the case. Yeah, because you've put some effort in, and you've gotten to. I mean, it's a departure from what, consumerism is today. You don't think you go to Best Buy, you buy the headphones, you take them home, you put them on the. That's it. The packaging goes in the garbage, and then if they break, you go buy another one. And that's what. Capra is he's a treasure. He's a national treasure.
40 pairs. That's awesome.
So I also noticed real quick on your website that if you jump on, you grab, if you wanted to do the precision, besides a Black Friday sale coming up right now, tonight, if somebody wanted to jump on and order the Hedamame kit with the precision driver, I believe it's 20% off when it hits your cart.
Exactly.
They get at least $25 off.
That's true. Because we actually bought the last box of those drivers. It was time to restock, and I said, hey, like, I need another box of drivers, and they were like, okay, well, I think I was trying to order 2 boxes or whatever. They're like, well, look, this is what we have, and you can have them because that's it. That's all there will be.
Oh boy.
And so the
Oh.
ones that Caleb heard is the replacement. So yeah.
So the ones that I have here are one of the last few remaining.
No, the ones that you've got are the 50 mil. The 50 mil.
Right. It's the 40s. Yep.
Yeah.
That explains
so
it. Okay.
That 40 mil precision, and the new ones are actually it's literally so there's a bunch of different driver technologies, and the ones that we've got on the 40 mil precisions, the old ones are like a kind of like a fiber reinforced PEEK material, and then it surrounds with a flexible plastic, and that allows the diaphragm to vibrate and create the sounds. The new ones, instead of being a composite, they're just a plain. It's a pane of glass suspended on flexible plastic on the outer, and that glass is incredibly stiff. So that means the higher notes are super crisp. You get a much truer recreation of sound into your ears, and the new ones are like, they're really cool, and they're very fragile. So they come with a little I have one that's a kind of a reminder in the shop here to be careful when you're touching them, but they actually come with a metal shroud on the front so that you can't fat finger the driver. And
so if I drop my headphones, are they going to break?
No, because it's like the glass thickness is like 35 nanometers, so there's no mass to create force. Like if you drop it on the ground, the energy F equals ma, there's very little mass to actually get decelerated and create a problem. So so they're pretty durable. But yes, I found out trying to remove that shroud, and of course drivers are magnetic, and that metal shroud got sucked back onto the driver. And it just went pop. So crazy. That's how I lost. That's how I'm down one of those.
And that's why they're not released yet, everybody.
Yes.
No.
And that's how I met your mother.
Yeah. So we're winning way kind of late.
Yeah, typically, it's not very often that we have a guest that we're like, oh crap, it's already been like almost the whole show.
Okay.
But do you want to stick around and check out some hot makes? What people
Sure,
do?
I'd love to.
Yeah, we'll have to blast through them real quick, but yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. Hot makes.
Speaking of
I'm loving these.
Speaking of national treasures, David Wilson just ordered a pair. Thank
you,
David.
Good, David.
Yeah.
Thank you,
David. I can't wait to see.
David is a national treasure himself.
He is.
Yeah.
So Liz said it earlier in the chat. Like, I just totally somehow missed the edamame craze. So like, I was about to say, I can't wait to see what Dave comes up with the printed parts, and I'm like, well, there's so many people who have done it already, and I just didn't know it.
Yeah, that precision driver, the blow up price is a deal. That's a good deal.
$20 off makes the kid $100. I think I saw.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it's free shipping over. I think you'd get free shipping on that. Let me check that order. Let me confirm.
Maybe
he knows a guy.
Now I can use my Prusa XL. He's gonna make the biggest set of.
Oh no!
Yeah. Speaking of Abby Brown, these printed flawless on the new Prusa XL. I did a little temperature adjusting.
Speaking of education,
run and had a few strings. Now they're good to go. More coming.
Man.
There
Great
you
work.
Go.
Boom. So are these?
Man, the Prusa XL is like I'm working on a different project right now, and holy crap, is it so much nicer than an AMS?
Yeah.
Like
I keep hearing those things.
Wild.
Is it?
Yeah, so I just have a 2-head, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna just cross my fingers that there's a Black Friday sale to take it to make it a 5-head, because
get more,
holy cow.
You should have like, I don't know. I don't work for those companies, so I have no control over any of that. But I feel like I'm surprised that you don't have like a full just a full setup already, you know?
Yeah,
Well, at
Yeah.
$5,000.
I might try and work that
That's
angle.
that's chump change for big companies like that, you know?
Yeah.
I love
all right.
Abby. Nice work on the traffic lights. You
Yeah.
did an incredible job.
These
So
look
what are they though? Are they do you like push the buttons in? Are the lights buttons? Or are they just cool looking?
It has now, Abby.
that's a good
Abby
question.
says, just
you
popped
know?
in and saw you were on my traffic lights. Good timing.
Yes.
That was
see?
good timing.
See? Well, let us know what they did. Are they just chilling? Do they do something? Now I need to know. Yeah, oh, it's for the Christmas drive for Loyal Moses' Christmas drive.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, but they almost look like a fidget thing. Like you would
Maybe
push
like a
one of them
fidget
in, and
thing?
the other two
Oh.
would pop out like an old blender. You know.
Yeah.
I
It's
should,
just
when,
fixed. Print
when does
drive.
that
Okay,
print
okay.
drive? When does the print drive end?
That's a good question. Hit up. I know a few
I'll
people
find
do
it.
them. Loyal Moses does one. I think.
Yeah.
There's like 2 or 3. I think they're going on right now. Nice work, Abby. I'm going to keep rolling.
Yeah.
Let's see. Chris Travis, the melting Rubik's Cube by Malta.
Wait. Sorry, I know you already
Something.com.
closed the tab.
Yeah.
I'll send you the link again real quick in the private chat. The hot make, the headlight or the traffic lights are super cool, but I think the hot make tag was for Waldo's comment.
I see 3D. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I saw that too.
Yeah.
Here.
Because it was Abby tagging the comment on her posts
Yeah.
with hot
But
makes. Because
still.
that's cool to show too. They're
I
both
think
cool.
This one
Yeah.
was pretty sick. Wow.
So is that painted? Or was that an XL too? And I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to make sure we didn't miss out on that because I think that was what she was trying to tag.
That's pretty cool.
Both things are cool though.
Both things are awesome. All right.
Yes.
This, speaking of awesome, the melting Rubik's Cube, sick. By the way,
I love it.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, and it's super clean. The AMS print, it looks like on a bamboo P1.
Yeah, it looks great.
Oh, with 2 AMSs.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
White.
I love the very
yellow,
classic.
I
looking
freaking
colors,
love
too.
it.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
That's awesome.
All right. Next, we got Christoph. Speaking of Christoph,
Mhm.
fully assembled prototype. The first one. All 3D printable bolts fit. All tolerances are good, but still some work to do to secure the LED
So this
holder.
is
There.
okay.
Hang on. All right.
So the light isn't the disc. The disc is reflecting the light
Ah, cool.
and creating like a cool gradient. That's awesome.
That looks great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I love the Art Deco. This feels very Chris.
Yep. Retro maker.
Retro maker. Yep.
Yeah, I like it. That's awesome.
I love this.
Nice work. Dude's always everybody's coming up with some awesome stuff.
Yeah, and one of the things I love about Christoph is that he does have a few things that he just like continues to iterate off of and continues to improve and make new versions of. But then he just goes off on a random like, oh, and here's this other cool thing that I made that has nothing to do with those other things.
Yeah.
He doesn't like stick to like there's some people who design flexies, there's some people who design like I can't think of more than one example. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
But that's also how I solved the
Headphones.
Rubik's Cube.
There's some people that design headphones.
Yeah. Right.
Oh crap! Yeah, that's right. We never got into the man. We're gonna have to have you back at some point because we never got into Jank Mart.
Yeah, I'll plug that at the end.
Okay.
Nice. I don't know what that is, so now I'm curious.
You're gonna recognize it as soon as you see it.
Okay.
Because that was another
Abby-
thing where he was like, "Oh, I also do this thing," and I was like, "Oh,
Duh.
Yeah, it's fun.
Abby says, and now my next print, something to show off the size. My flare vase was fun watching this print this afternoon.
Ooh.
That's
It's
awesome.
max 360 millimeters.
How many flowers do you have, Abby? That's an incredible size vase.
Yeah. Hang on.
I can't wait to see it in the chat.
Hey, Caleb.
Yeah."
Put me on one.
But you want? Oh no!
Oh, that is huge.
I see your piddly 360, and I raise you 980.
Wow.
What was this print? What was this printed on?
Is that wobbling? What is going on there? Is it like
It must just
squishy?
be vase mode. It's just a single layer.
Yeah, because the whole thing looks like it's like flopping around.
I'm spinning it. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
Why?
What?
Why not?
What are you doing with that?
So I finally got around to putting the upgraded parts that Elgu sent me for the Orange Storm Giga in.
Mhm.
And I wanted to test that the new hot end they sent was better, et cetera, et cetera. Confirmed.
Okay.
First print, it was crazy, and it didn't fall
Now
apart.
This is pod racing.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna do it. All right. Yeah.
Wizard.
Yeah. It's pretty much for content. Yeah. If you breathe on it the wrong way, it
It's a
breaks.
bulbous,
Actually,
uh,
that one is
pod
way more sturdy. The first one I printed on that Orange Storm Giga literally busted in a bajillion pieces.
What's
But
the
It's the one I put over the top of my son like early last year when I built it, and then I pulled it off of him, and he was inside of it.
he's never been seen again.
Yeah, it was a vanishing trick.
Yeah, it's the
Is
weather
that
balloon
polymaker
situation
mixed?
all over
I
again.
think you got me on that. 99% sure. Yes.
The Orange
Polymaker
Storm,
mixed very
have you
heavy.
considered doing a stunt
All
on the Orange Storm where like you start a print? You know how you can start a print and you can leave like a hole for a magnet, and then you pause the print and put a magnet in and then finish the print on top of that?
Yeah,
Have you
can
tried
do a
doing that
car
with your
tire.
son on the Orange Storm? Like printing him into something?
That would be awesome, but a little hot because
Oh,
the
yeah,
plates
that's
are-
true.
That would be
That's
a
true.
little tough.
Well, no, you
what
can
we
turn the
need
heat
is-
off because he's going to hold it down on the bed by
What
like
we
he's
need
sitting
for
in it.
that is those 420 millimeter plates that everybody's using now, the cool plates.
Yeah.
Those dipped ones. I just got one actually from BQ, and they also sent me the new extruder for the X1 there and the P1, I
Nice,
believe.
nice.
And that thing is a beast. I haven't got it in yet, but I have been using the plate. All right, next. By the way, vase looks amazing. I was
Yeah,
just
it's
giving you a hard
fantastic.
time because you said 360, and I was like, wait, there's a vase right here. It's 980. I want to say that one is. So, what else we got? Oh,
I
llama.
appreciate
Go ahead.
I appreciate Llama sharing stuff
Yeah.
from Instagram.
I
Uh-oh.
don't know. Please make sure. Okay, music off. I'll let
I
you
already,
know
I already
exactly.
pulled it up. I already pulled it up. Yeah, it's fine. It's super cool though.
Oh,
I'm a
freaking
sucker.
cool.
I'm a sucker for stop motion, dude. Is that Will Smith? Oh yeah, Will Smith.
Yeah, figurine of Will Smith wields a sword to seemingly carve his own face into a pumpkin. I wish I could make this. I can't make it bigger. I can't. Yeah. So
Okay,
it's Will
okay,
Smith.
Mobile only.
Here we go.
it's
Here we
Will-
go.
Yeah. What?
I thought I was
I
just
love
doing
the-
him slapping a pumpkin.
I love the tinfoil use for the like the swings of the
Nice.
sword.
Yeah. That's cool.
Oh, that's so good.
Ugh,
What? So good.
dude.
All right.
Playing with my Transformers as a kid, making little stop motion movies,
Yeah.
was like how I got into being interested in video production. So like I have such a soft spot for stop motion, dude. It takes so much time and effort and like expertise to make something good in stop motion.
Yeah,
Ugh.
it does.
I love
And I
it.
don't have the patience for that. All right. Karen.
Remember? Yeah, sorry.
Karen tagged Andrew Sink. We haven't had him on in
Ooh.
a long time. I need to reach out.
We
to
haven't.
Andrew. I love it.
Reach out to him, yeah.
I haven't used Autodesk Slicer app. in
I
a
met
few
him.
years.
Oh, I met him for the first time in person at 3D Printopia.
Really?
I've
Yeah,
never
it was
met him in
awesome.
person, and
Yeah.
I just got in the. I didn't recognize him at first because the whole like seeing somebody online versus seeing their face in front
Yeah.
of your face thing, and we were standing on an elevator, getting the setting up for the show and stuff like that, and I was like, "Oh, hey, Andrew," and he's like, "Oh, hey, Caleb."
That's awesome.
That was it. That's all it was. That was the entirety of that.
I love Andrew's awesome. And
Great
super
guy.
freaking smart, dude. All right.
Yeah.
3mm layer height benchy, no problem. I haven't used Autodesk Slicer app in a few years. It's one of my favorite hacks for making laser cuts. There you go. So it's a laser cut benchy.
That's awesome.
There you go.
Also, Somebody show me how to do this.
Well,
Really fun.
apparently you use
Autodesk.
Fusion 360.
Slicer,
AutoCAD
Fusion
Slicer
360.
360.
Yeah.
And then I'm guessing you imported the model and
Yeah.
it sliced it into whatever like
Too
this is
easy.
in this case 3mm plywood.
Yeah.
And then it gave you all the pieces, and then you layered you cut them all out,
Mm.
and then you layer them from the bottom.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
ironically, you're still layering it up.
Yeah,
but you're doing it in wood.
You're manually 3D printing it, sort of.
that's awesome.
I mean, you're not 3D
No,
printing
you're not.
anything.
No.
But
If you
I can
scroll
tell
down,
you that-
there's like
Yeah, that's
Azzy and somebody else here. There's other people doing this with like acrylic and cardboard and stuff in the comments. Super cool. That's the first time I've seen anything like this.
I think more like some similar to Cookie Cat would be cool. Yeah, he could do it too.
Mm.
He has some really fun apps out there. He has the what is it, the STL to A, how do you say ACCI, the one where it turns
ASCII.
everything. Yeah, and then he has the one where you can twist, so you can put a model in and like twist your model, and that's pretty sweet.
Oh,
he has
yeah.
the one that goes low poly. You can drop stuff in and make it like super low poly, which is pretty cool. He
That's
did
sweet.
some cool stuff. Oh yeah, check that out.
Yeah.
Used to be called 123 Make, worked offline. Beautiful. All right.
Very
Next,
cool. Very cool.
What do we got here? Tripod. Laser engraving of
Oh.
157 shot glasses for the wedding. Use the
Woo!
marker Omni UV laser. Yes, the jig is a bit whack. Maker chips to the rescue.
And we have audio on for this because it's so satisfying.
Yeah. Hang on.
I just turned it on.
Let me make sure it's on my side.
It's not playing. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Turn it up. Crank it up.
I don't know if I can.
You can kind of hear it.
It's low on my side too, though.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah. It's got a very satisfying, like,
I love
zippy noise.
I love my fiber laser. I need to play with that more often.
I like the I thought there was another video where he showed. Oh yeah. The second video in that post shows him like a time lapse of him swapping the glasses out, and you can actually see like the sun on the left of the screen, like slowly moving. That's awesome. I love a little jig you use too, and a stack of maker
The
chips.
stack of maker chips to hold it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good idea.
There's nothing more permanent than a temporary solution that works.
Yep.
True story. True story. There
So
you go.
true.
That's what it looked like full, which is awesome.
Great
Nice
work.
there
Yeah.
you go. Super cool. Nice. It's very sad I missed that. I'm sorry, guys.
I know. I'm sad. Too.
But congratulations. What? How am I not following them already?
What is your what?
Maybe they just got on Twitter.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know. But tripod, nice work. What do we got? Print Hue. Colossus is finished. Thank you for the huge support. I hope you like the result. PTG filament MK4. What?
Is
You
this
did that on Mark IVs?
What are we looking at here?
Is this a?
Uh-oh, music. Okay.
I turned it off.
This is definitely 70s porn music.
Was the first one? The first one looked like a garlic.
I think it was the head or something.
The head?
Look.
Wow.
That, oh!
What?
Oh, it's a Bulbasaur.
Whoa.
Oh my god, that's massive.
That's awesome.
Hey, honey,
Oh,
are you home?
that's why it looked like garlic.
Come here and look at this.
Yo, come in here and look at that. Ma! The meatloaf!
She's gonna lose it when she sees this.
That's
It's a
awesome.
Bulbasaur.
It's so big.
That's
Look at this.
Huge.
Look how big it is.
Oh! I was looking at the headphones.
something that's never
Yeah,
been
see?
said in
The
Caleb's
headphones are
Yeah,
way
she was excited about the headphones. He said, "Yeah, see, the headphones are way cooler than the Bulbasaur." I thought you'd appreciate this. This is massive.
Who made this?
This guy?
Print Hue 85.
Did they want to be friends?
Something that's never been said in Caleb's house ever. Wow, it's huge. Wow.
Oh, stop it.
Or come look at this. Wow, it's huge.
She can't hear you right now because of the headphones.
It's so cute. Look how big and chunky.
I know.
It's huge. Wow.
He's adorable.
Damn.
That is-
Fantastic.
That was all printed on an MK4, huh?
Yeah, in separate
That is-
pieces too.
That's some prints.
So cute. Those are really cool.
Aren't they neat?
Yeah.
You like the color scheme?
I
Super
do.
cool.
I see what you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
that's
super,
so
super comfy too.
cool.
I'll play some music for you after the show.
So big.
Yeah, but they don't weigh a whole lot either.
Tell her she only can try them if the chicken's
Oh
thawed.
wow.
No, she can try them whether or not the chicken is thawed, Jim.
All right. It's so cute. Look how big and chunky he is. Yep. That's
Yep.
yeah.
Quoted.
Yeah.
That has been said in this house plenty of times
Yeah.
between me and the dog.
I think we just killed her. She's dying of laughter on the ground in the background. All right.
Yeah.
Nice work. Christoph next. Frame and glass pieces are done. Not convinced about the purple background though. What?
This may or may not be related to the thing that he sent just before we started the show.
Yes.
Just saying.
I freaking love his stained glass stuff.
I know. I haven't printed a single one of his stained glass prints yet. I've done plenty of the shadow boxes, but none of the stained glass ones yet.
He's so
Oh yeah.
chunky.
This one's cute and chunky too. This is Polo. This is his tummy. Big chunky boy.
All right.
It's a baby.
Christoph, this is awesome.
This has been one of the more off the rails episodes, so I appreciate your patience, Morgan.
All right, what we got next?
I'm here for it.
Wexter, slightly different. Something slight. I can't even talk. Something slightly different from me, if I could talk.
Hammer. That's sick.
Dude,
Great work.
oh good.
That's cool.
Are those eyeballs on the knees too? It looks like eyeballs.
Yeah, it looks
Oh.
like it is.
That's
Yeah.
fun.
No way.
I don't know a whole lot about Warhammer, but like
Good catch.
I
I know
love
it's
the designs.
expensive.
Wexter is just
Wecker.
Wecker.
I hardly know her.
Wecker. Space Marine, he calls it.
Yeah,
Nice.
from Warhammer. That's super cool. I love that.
Dude, I
I
love.
want to
the
see it.
whole
I want to see it
Halloween.
printed.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right.
Oh.
Brian Moore, ready for whatever Pablo.
Okay, I'll show it later.
Oh, I see what we got going on.
Oh,
Hang
we
on.
can.
Hang on. You ready?
So,
You
oh,
ready?
check that out.
Wait.
Okay, what's up? What's about to happen?
I want to see.
Oh,
Oh,
Nice, nice.
that must be so hard.
with the World
That's-
Series.
it's gotta be
yeah,
warm, yeah.
I caught what they're throwing there. Nice.
Also, camera angles are important. I would like to see what this looks like from the side, from like a
Yeah.
normal eye height, because I'm guessing it probably looks like that one,
He's a trucker.
or like the Squidbilly dude, you know, like with the
Yeah.
giant hats.
Right? That's awesome. Fix them, dude. Thank you.
Love that. Did you
So good.
skip the rows, or did
I
I
don't know.
not pay attention? Never mind. We're good.
Here's the Wexter one again.
Oh,
I think
Is this
I,
one
Printed and
printed?
painted.
Now? Ah, all right.
is it printed?
That's super cool.
Oh,
Yeah, this
yeah.
one's printed and painted.
That one's printed.
So,
great.
John, 3D Printing World was posting about his kid who was getting into miniatures painting recently and doing really good at it.
Wow.
We oughta get him this file.
Yeesh.
Also,
That's
thank you, Pete Webb, for hot mixing that up.
Yeah. All right. What do we got next? Andrew Sink, 4.8 millimeter layer benchy made out of plywood. No problem.
Oh, this is the same thing,
Here's
but
the-
it's
here's the
you're
process,
showing the
yeah.
process that I wanted to see. Yeah.
I love it. Convert 3D
So-
to 2D slices.
What we need to do is we need to cut this out of leather, so it's a benchy that smells like burning bodies.
Oh, that sounds great.
Nah.
Mhm. Nah. I appreciate just the immediate honesty. Nah.
Nice.
Heavy duty benchy.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I bet that one floats.
Why? Why would it float?
Why wouldn't it? It's wood.
It's wood.
But it's dense.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's wood. She's
Here.
a bitch.
Yeah.
She turned me into a newt. Well, it got better.
Checking.
What's wrong? What are you doing? Oh, you're
Hot Makes Live, comma.
You spelled checking wrong.
Did I?
Yep.
Thank you.
You should have told him. I wasn't going to tell him.
I am a guest in this house.
Exactly. That means you can get away with things.
I have to help out where I can.
Let's find out if it floats. All right.
Big question.
I probably should have I could have just chatted him, but that's fine. I think that's more fun. All right.
Gotta get
We're
the
gonna find out.
Ooh.
Pezliz chatted us here. Clear the crap off your desk in a big way. The rugged desk
Yeah.
organizer XXL is ready for your stuff.
I was just before we started the show complaining about how I hadn't cleaned the office in a while, and I was like, look at all this desk space, and I'm working on these headphones in like a space this big. This is stupid.
Yeah. And
There we go.
this is stuff. Here's the thing. Wasn't it on the show a while back when we were like, we need a large? Okay, we need an extra large. And like Kevin was like, I got you.
It
He's
was
like,
no, or were you thinking of zombie? I think you might be thinking of
was it the
zombie with
drawer?
the
Maybe the
because I
drawer?
wanted the double wide. I
That's
wanted
right,
the
the
double
double
wide
wide.
drawers, and then
Yeah,
we ended
yeah,
up with
yeah.
double wide.
Now
drawer.
I remember. Yep. They look so good. This is awesome.
Double wide.
So good.
We like them double wide in this house.
Yeah, baby.
Hit me
I
up with
didn't
that
realize
collab.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Awesome work here. I really like some of
Oh,
this stuff.
I gotta send this one to Ken. Ken will love this.
This one, the
Yeah.
Starship Enterprise. I really want to highlight
Starship Enterprise.
Enterprise, yeah. Starship Enterprise. There you go.
I love it.
That is wonderful.
With the
I
corner.
love it. Is the fuselage is like a turkey leg?
It kind of looks like a turkey leg.
No, I think it is. I think the main body of the ship is
Oh,
a turkey leg.
Yeah, you can see it underneath.
Oh, back here.
Oh no, dude, you can't see it from those photos. Go to the Thanks page that he linked. The nacelles are held on with forks.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
Look at the side profile view.
Oh yeah.
They're held on with plastic forks.
Is
That should
corn
be
on
the leading.
cob?
That should be the leading image.
That corn on the
Oh,
cob.
man.
I love
And the
it.
bottom shouldn't be the logo. It should be the wishbone.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
You're right. It should be. Here, I'll turn the volume up
Yes.
a little bit so you can hear what we're saying too. Can you hear now?
Yeah, that's great.
Fix him, dude. You did
All
it
right, he's
again.
here.
I love that. Oh, is he? Oh yeah, he
great
is.
work,
Yeah.
dude.
Last thing he said in the chat was, "I'm pretty dense and I float."
Does the Enterprise float though?
Still the best
Does
one.
the Enterprise float? I'm
Yeah.
still no. Shut. Oh man, I love the leg hair.
Yeah.
Well,
This is a Fix Him Dude original 101.
That's awesome.
fantastic.
Yeah. Even I have his autograph on the bottom. Yeah. They
Sorry,
We got
Um,
there.
professionals. I love the Enterprise.
I know him.
I'm sending that to
And
Ken right now.
How I envy these creative types. Yeah, me too, man. Another one from Liz. Metalhead printing. I finally had some inspiration to finally finish something up and get it out
not a Pokeball.
of my little slump.
Mate, I met him for the first time at 3D
Yeah.
Printopia as well. Oh, it's cooler than a Pokeball. It's a Pokeball and a.
Oh,
It's not an Umbreon!
Can you tell that Sarah's really into Pokemon?
holy moly.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
life-size Umbreon. Are you joking?
That's
That's
adorable.
sweet.
I love
That's
that.
pretty awesome.
It's just
Nice work, Max.
I forgot to reach out to Max because he
Alright.
said that he would join the show sometime too.
I need to talk to the Pokemon man.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
more pictures in the
I
in the
have
comments.
so
Yeah, you
many
screwed up.
questions right now. But the big one I have is, why is the mouth wide open like that?
Because one of its moves, it uses something like hyper voice, I think.
Oh.
Oh,
So did my dad.
Well, you need to stop.
I'm gonna go away from this picture before I say what I'm thinking. All right.
My question is, does it float?
I mean, it might. It might. I bet I could print that. Yeah, you could. All right. What time we got? We're running behind here. Sorry, guys. Another one. Liz is on it. You win this week for the most submissions, I think.
All over it.
Public domain model drop. The Christmas lantern is cross compatible with recently Halloween lantern. James.
Okay.
All right. All right. Compatible with tea lights or bamboo light kit.
Which we have a bajillion of, by the way. So you know how every time you get a bamboo product, they send you with a random like maker kit thing? Yeah, we have 8 of the light lamp kits. I keep getting the same one.
Oh,
yeah,
interesting. Maybe I should.
I know what I'm going to do with them, but I'm just like, we keep getting the same one.
If anybody notices
The glue cup.
It's barking.
yeah.
You love me.
Someone says.
It's
James
barking.
is a Pokemon after dark.
Move is which is a voice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Love his models.
If you love me, you'll print me one of those.
Yeah.
Said what I said via their comment.
Yeah, that's super cool. I love the lantern. That's very cool. Very cool.
Oh,
you know what? I just had this idea.
Yes.
Light up ear cups.
The cones?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's an idea I had for if I ever did a speaker.
Ooh.
If I ever did a Hedamame speaker, then like, could I figure out an LED effect there?
Well, what if I printed these and like made them?
Yeah, do it in clear PETG, and then you can, but do it like super fat layers, and it'll look sweet.
Yeah, with the honeycomb inside.
Yep.
Nice. Oh, Andrew Rogers tagged this one.
Nice.
He printed it. I love it.
That's so funny.
It's such a good print. I should print that for Thanksgiving too.
Yeah. No, I don't have. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I was just replying to a comment. No, I don't have Bluetooth Hedamame yet. Also, next year.
Next year. All right.
Working on it slowly.
Right. So Creative Brit says, don't
sick.
ask me for other picks. This is literally all I have. Good times though. Nice
Great work.
Wait, so is this Brett or is this Brits?
I believe so.
That's from Prey, isn't it?
There you go.
That is so cool.
I recently nailed it.
Yeah.
It is. Yep.
Very
Boom.
cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I just watched through all of the
It is, she said.
all of the Alien and Predator movies, and the last one to watch was Prey, and it was good. I liked it.
That's awesome.
And that looks awesome.
I have not seen that one yet.
It's pretty good.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Nice work. And I know, like, the cosplay group that all the people that do this are so freaking creative with their outfits, their costumes, everything that goes together. I'm just like, I'm gonna buy one and throw it on. That's how I am so bad at that stuff.
Yeah. Okay, I have a hot make to submit, but I can't. I have to turn my green screen off.
Hold
on. How do I do that? Hey, there we go. Yeah. So the other thing that I'm doing besides Hedamame with my free time,
oh yeah,
that's right,
is Jankmart, and somebody might have sent you this. If you've seen the breakdancer, it's a phone stand, but it's also the Australian breakdancer.
What?
So, I know, and that was like that was the other mind blowing thing because when we met at 3D Printopia, you were like, "Oh yeah," and also, the 3D printed breakdancer dude, the meme, and I was like, "That's you too? What is going on here?"
Yeah.
But you took that same mechanism and worked with ForgeCore too on their you worked with them on the
Yeah, so I'm doing like a library of
little cactus.
On the topic of lamps, I also have a lamp.
Tell me it doesn't break dance.
It does not break dance.
Okay.
But, yeah, that's basically where all the designs that aren't headphones are going.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's called what?
Jankmart. If you go to like bangs.com/jankmart,
I totally forgot to link that in the description.
Don't bother. That's like the focus of this is Hedamame. I'm trying to
I'm still gonna send the link.
That's why I left this to the end. But yeah, I have a
here, I'll just send it to Jim.
I mean, it's crazy what
there's so much cool stuff on there though, dude.
It's crazy what slicing software can do because I'm also doing a soccer player.
That's fantastic.
And I was able to do the jersey in Slicer. And this is also a phone stand.
That's awesome. I love that.
Oh, so funny.
The breakdancer is my favorite one because when you do the phone stand sideways, it looks just ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So good. So good.
Yeah. I'm developing a line of, go subscribe to these, and I'm trying to upload models regularly. So
nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, we're getting towards the end here. How about one more time before we go? Who are you? What do you do? Where can we find your stuff? And if you want to tag your Black Friday sale or whatever sale you want, go for it.
Yeah. I'm Morgan. I created Hedamame, and sorry, I was just getting my background up. And yeah, I'm trying to push them as far into the 3D printing universe as I possibly can, so that they become popular enough I can transcend that and head into education, maybe even do a store-bought model one day. So yeah, Hedamame is a main focus of mine, and I've been doing this full time now for 6 months, and it's going pretty okay. I think I'm feeling very positive about it. So yeah, I'm gonna try and make it to a bunch of the rep rap festivals in the next year. So
do you know which ones you're going to for sure try to make it to? Or
definitely thinking Rocky Mountain.
Okay.
What
part of the country are you in?
I'm in Vancouver, BC.
Okay.
So I'd still have to fly there. I kind of
for
about a second considered driving, and then I went, no, it's not.
You're like a stone's throw away from like Seattle, basically, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
got it.
Yeah, there's a Black Friday sale coming up. The precision drivers are on incredible discount. It's as good as Black Friday sale will be. And
spoiler alert.
Yeah, that's I don't know what else to say here. Thank you for listening.
And we can find your site at
hedamame.com, HEADAMAME.com, and I can spell that because it's on the screen right now.
Yeah. it's in the description below if anyone wants to check it out.
And just for the sake of making things easier, I'm going to pop it in the chat here too.
Okay, great.
And thank you to anyone I know. Let's see, David Wilson, I think he said picked up a set. Anyone else who picked up a set during the show, thank you. And then I want to see
tag hot mix,
yeah,
head
when
mix,
you make it head mix.
Yeah.
Also, when you reprint them, I think Zombie Hedgehog said he was going to reprint his soon. I'd love to see the colors because I'm going to have to make some of these now. Yeah. So
I'm going to guess
somebody can be the first one to design cat ears for these. That doesn't exist yet publicly.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen anybody design a pair.
Yeah.
So I'm putting it out there.
What if you just designed different types of attachments to go on those slides?
Yeah.
that would like clip or
Yeah,
clamp or
exactly.
Yeah,
clip
you don't
right
even
on.
have to modify the existing ones. You can
Yeah,
design
take
clips.
that
Something that-
and build off of it.
Yeah, it's something that just like went
Mhm.
right over the round barrel part and
Yeah.
perfect.
I
Then
think
you
I'm-
could switch them
Or
out. You could
antlers.
have like a
Antlers.
cat and a bunny.
Mhm.
Yep.
Smart.
You could have a cat. Let's see.
What is that?
Ah.
What are you?
Whoa.
Oh, there
Oh
it is.
wow,
Wow.
that
Zombie fluffy cat.
you might need to feed that cat a little bit more.
Oh. Really?
Little skin and bones minus the skin.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Maybe a bunny. Let's see.
Britt,
Oh, face.
so pet Liz, cat ears with LEDs. Okay, Brett,
Yeah. There you go.
Britt. There's Pez Liz, and then there's Britt, and I keep saying Brett and
She's like Pez and Brit.
Pez,
I know.
Piz and
Uh,
Led.
yeah.
Yeah. Thanks so much for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Thanks for hanging
Yeah.
out with us for so long.
Yep.
No problem.
Thank you,
at all.
everybody, for hanging out with us as well. We will see you in 2 weeks, I believe. Let me look at the. Let me do double check. 2 weeks. Special
2 weeks?
guest. Are we telling people?
Jank Mark.
You already told.
I
You
did.
already said it earlier in the episode. Yeah.
Okay, good. In 2 weeks, we have David Hewlett on. If you're a
been a
Stargate
while since
fan
I
or
talked to
any of the other cool, awesome stuff that he does, he'll be joining us. And yeah, so we're gonna have a ton of fun with that, and maybe some other
Been a minute.
surprises during the show. So,
Ooh, okay.
so yeah, we'll talk about that later. But everybody else, thank you guys so much. I know it's running super late. Yeah, I'm getting texts like, "Are you coming to put him to bed?" But you guys have a great night.
Yeah, I'm
Morgan,
tired.
we'll be right back with you, and we'll see everybody else in 2 weeks. Oh, there's a
All
private
right.
chat. Did you say something?
Oh no, I sent it to you
Okay.
earlier.
Okay. Later, everybody. Have a good night.
Thanks for noticing.
Bye,
All right.
guys.
Later.